Hello YouTube, it's PS4 Gaming Scotland here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are well and gaming lots. So in today's video we'll be looking at some more gaming news of the last week. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. So first up then we had the news that Sony have revealed that each PlayStation 5 unit currently during development is costing around $450, which is quite a hike from what the PS4 was. PS4 at launch in the UK was $349.99, so it's about maybe, which in America is around about $400 to $450, which is still quite a hefty sum of money, especially if you have to sort of save up for it. The fact that the PS5 unit costs is $450, that is probably quite a bit of a hike. Bearing in mind the PS5 will have reported to have better fans, so instead of just the $1 fans to prevent overheating, they have made a lot more better fans to prevent overheating. A lot more money goes into the fans. Obviously there's a lot of high-tech pieces of equipment in the PS5, more powerful, etc. Will have backwards compatibility, probably have other sort of UI features potentially, or different, more AI sort of features for the player. Whether or not I'll be getting it at launch, we'll have to wait and see. That's just one aspect. You've also got launch titles. Now traditionally launch titles have not been very good. We did have that. We had Killzone Shadowfall. Red Gun, to be fair, was pretty good, and Contrast, that wasn't too great. So, and obviously I think we had a Gran Turismo game. Well, me personally, I'm not a big fan of Gran Turismo, but in terms of the PS5 we've potentially got Godfall, Outriders, which is sort of like a looter shooter type multiplayer game, and there's potentially talk of Dark Souls or Demon Souls remake potentially. Obviously the tech and hardware is one aspect of it. Price is very important to me personally, that's another aspect of it. They have to get the price right. And the third thing is obviously the games. At the moment there's not really been anything that's really floated my boat in terms of launch titles for games, but we will see hopefully more games getting announced for launch for the PS5 in the coming months. So I am intrigued to see what the price will be, when exactly in holiday 2020 the PS5 will be launching, whether that's October, November, and I can't wait to see what games they will have at launch. So they are the three main things that I'm sort of concerned about PS5 at the moment and the next generation. Sony have said they want as many people from PS4 to jump over onto PS5 at launch as possible. Now if they put a big tick for the price, the hardware and the launch titles for the PS5, I definitely think a lot more people will jump on board, because if they price it too high, the people might go for the new Xbox, which we have seen at the Game Awards being sort of initially revealed sort of thing. So the price has to be right, hardware has to be really powerful and good, better than the PS4, and the launch titles have to be absolutely brilliant for people to jump over. There will be some new IPs probably at launch on PS5, but they'll probably try and remaster or remake some old games from PS4 onto the PS5. And talking of new games, we've also saw that Dreams, Media Molecule's newest game, was finally released. It was in early beta for a long time, but now you can officially play it as of right now. At the time of recording this video, it's out to the public, out in the wild, so I cannot wait to play some of the user generated games, as that is where the absolute brilliance of this game will come to fruition. I really enjoyed playing Little Big Planet back in, was it 2008? I really enjoyed, obviously the single player campaign was really good and fun. It's quite difficult, but you had to collect all the sort of collectibles and bubbles and do certain levels as 4-player. Little Big Planet 2 was okay. I think Little Big Planet 3, I don't think I actually played that actually, but I think it was free on PS Plus a few months back, maybe like end of last year. Dreams multiplayer aspect is where it's definitely going to be at in terms of replayability, and every day or every week you'll be able to play new generated levels, which is just incredible. I will probably pick it up eventually, but I want to just currently working on a couple of important platinums at the moment. Currently playing through Ranger Hardcore, Metro Exodus, and I want to go back to The Last of Us and try and get that platinum before The Last of Us 2 comes out, and also before Resident Evil 3 remake comes out and Final Fantasy 7 remake come out in April. So I have got my work cut out if I want. I've got a couple games to play, so I will probably pick up Dreams eventually. And finally, talking of The Last of Us Part 2, there has been some new sort of news regarding The Last of Us 2. So if you don't know, the Ellie edition, the $250 collector's edition with the Ellie statue, her backpack, pins, art book, a Ellie bracelet and much more, and I think the soundtrack, and basically it was sold out last September. So Naughty Dog have said they are bringing back the Ellie edition. Now one of the collector's editions for The Last of Us Part 2 for a limited time only. This is only for America and Canada only, which is unfortunate. Also, it's going to be selling from America and Canadian retailers online and in store, but also check your local game store if they're still in stock. But at the time of recording this video, they might already be sold out, so just bear that in mind. But anyway, for all those people who unfortunately weren't able to get LA Collector's Edition with the 12-inch statue, fear not. Dark Horse have came in for the UK and EU fans, as well as anybody else in America and Canada that weren't able to get the LA edition. You can now direct from their website pre-order an 8-inch LA Last of Us 2 LA statue with a machete for about 90 quid plus shipping, so bear that in mind. I will leave the link to Dark Horse down below in the video description for all you guys that weren't lucky enough to get the collector's LA edition. You will now hopefully be able to get and pre-order the 8-inch LA machete statue, which I might leave a picture on in the comments below or over on Instagram or wherever. But that is only for a limited time. You have to pre-order before March the 13th 2020, because after that time you will no longer be able to pre-order this. This is almost like a last chance to get some sort of Last of Us 2 themed statue. I will leave the link to their website down below in the video description. And finally, Naughty Dog have also released a Last of Us 2 dynamic theme for PS4 fans. I'll leave the codes down below in the video description, or I'll put a pinned comment down below in this video for you guys to download the free theme. So basically what it's a free Last of Us 2 theme for your PS4. I'm not sure if there's an equivalent for Xbox, sorry I'm not sure, but for PS4 fans, depending on the time of day, it will change. So if it's in the morning, you'll see Ellie playing her guitar in the nice sunshine in the forest, but as soon as nighttime rolls around on your console, or in daytime, as soon as nighttime happens, you'll see Ellie wielding her machete behind a tree, and there's people in an enemy faction with torches looking for her. The theme also includes some fantastic music from the game, from Gustavo Santiago, the composer of The Last of Us 2 and The Last of Us music soundtrack, which is tremendous, absolutely tremendous. So there you go guys, that has been The Last of Us 2 sort of information. LA edition's back in stock. For those of you not able to pick up that collector's edition, there is another LA statue plus shipping from Dark Horse, and also there's a new dynamic PS4 theme for PlayStation fans of The Last of Us 2. And that is the end of today's video. But there you go guys, that has been the sort of 3 gaming topics in today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below of anything that I've mentioned. As I say, I'll leave the link to Dark Horse, the people who are doing the 8-inch LA statue, down below in the comment section, as you only have until the 13th or 16th of March to pre-order, and then after that, that's the cut-off. You won't be able to pre-order it. You might be able to get it a few years in the future, but I highly doubt that, as they are only bringing the LA edition back, which is a really high-end collector's edition for America and Canada only. It's like $250. Over here it's about 200 quid, so I'm not prepared to pay that. Whereas the statue, the 8-inch statue, is, I think it's like £90 odd, plus you've got shipping on top of that if you're in the UK or in Europe, so bear that in mind before you pre-order. And I think you can pre-order 2 per person. Could be wrong, but I think that's what I read on the actual website itself. But anyway guys, that has been today's video. Let me know your thoughts on the topics being discussed today. As always, thank you very much for watching. I've been PS3 Gaming Scotland, and I'll see you on another video. Thanks very much indeed guys. Bye bye.